Well, hello there, Taurus. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your October general reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's take a look at your overall energy. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. And look at all the color that is coming off of that page. It's just really, it's popping really brightly for me. And then you have truth be told. Yeah, I think, you know, there's a truth here that is going to be either shared with you, or you're kind of going within and sharing a truth either with yourself, okay, or with somebody else. But this helps you to move into the next phase. It's almost as if you may feel a little bit stuck at this time. Yeah, dark thoughts is kind of like popping out there. So you could feel a little bit in the dark about what the next step is. You could feel there's something that's holding you back. If you're feeling like there's something that's holding you back, it's about going within and asking yourself that tough question. You know, what am I feeling? Where is this feeling coming from? Why do I feel this way? Now, I'm going to say we are coming out of a Mercury retrograde. It just went direct this week. That was very difficult. Okay, so a lot of that could be during the retrograde. You had this feeling like you couldn't move forward, right? A lot of us had that energy. So it's kind of like when we're stuck like that, we sometimes have this opportunity to go within and really take time to me, this is really talking about your feelings. Like, how are you feeling about a certain situation that you may have thought a lot about during that retrograde? There's something that is coming out. And I feel it's almost as if, okay, you see the owl right there, right? You see the big eyes? It's kind of like, what I heard was eyes wide open, right? And look at how big his eyes are. It's almost as if for the very first time you're opening your eyes to the truth about some situation or relationship, or even a pattern of behavior or a belief that you have. You're seeing it clearly for the very first time. It's like opened your eyes to what this really is, okay, and how you maybe feel about it. And it's what you needed in order to be able to move on. So from a past situation, okay? So that, yeah, there, now we have teacher on the bottom. So this situation was put onto your path in order to help you to learn something in particular about yourself or the universe or relationships, right? Or your career. And you started to see it. But I feel like there's this energy where you got stuck. You couldn't go any further. You had to open your eyes to the reality of this, or how this was holding you back. Yeah. Yeah, letting go, commitment. My goodness, and teacher is again on the bottom. So I feel like this is a relationship. Does not have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a family, a friend. It could be a coworker. But this definitely has more of a relationship energy to it. So let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have Knight of Cups on the bottom, and then you have the World. I feel like somebody's coming in. They're expressing their feelings, okay? I think you're ready to express your feelings. I think your eyes have been opened up to what it is that you truly want, perhaps in a relationship. And once again, it does not have to be romantic. I think for some of you it is romantic, but it doesn't have to be romantic. But it's helping you to step into this new world with this person to a higher level. You know, it's been on hold for some time, which has brought you like a lot of sadness, you know, feelings of abandonment or rejection, and now you're ready to step onto a new path. I think, you know, you're going to perhaps kind of like go back and forth about this. Am I really ready to do this? And yet at the same time, I think you are, because your present energy is you have optimism and the 9 of Pentacles. You're in a really good energy, you know, feeling very free, independent, having money, more money than you need so you can go out and you know, and especially with the economy now, but you could feel like, okay, I'm doing okay, even though, you know, across the board we're seeing a lot of economic downturn, right? You're kind of like, okay, I'm still doing okay. I'm optimistic about the future, about where I'm going in my life. And at this time you could be single, because the 9 of Pentacles is the single lady card. Gender doesn't matter, but it's that energy of I'm single, but I'm okay being single, right? Enjoying your life tremendously. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, okay, star on the bottom. Somebody wants a fresh start. You know, somebody definitely wants a fresh start here. Somebody wants to heal a connection and have a fresh start. You have the 10 of Cups and you have the 7 of Wands. It's almost this energy of really defending what it is that you truly want in your life. Maybe that is your independence, your freedom, right? Being able to live the life that you really want. And yet at the same time, it's almost as if, right? I mean, look at the rower here is leaving this energy to go to a new energy. So I feel like you're having a hard time moving on into the next world. And you're kind of like, I don't get it. Why can't I move on? I mean, this is a lovely energy, right? But why can't I bring in anything new that I want? Why can't I bring in the 10 of Cups that I want? And it's because, there is something that you have to move away from. There's something that you have to let go of. And look at this. This is your area of resistance, your obstacle that you are overcoming in the month of October. So you have letting go and you have the Sun card, you know, having to close out some doors here so that you can go in a new direction to find the Sun that you want. I almost feel like you thought your independence was going to bring you happiness, and now you're understanding, no, wait a minute. I don't want just my happiness or my independence. I want everything. It's really kind of stepping into this energy of, I thought I wanted to be free and independent, and now I'm thinking, wait a minute, I was free and independent, and yeah, that was good. But the 9 of Pentacles is not the same energy, right, as the Sun. The 9 of Pentacles isn't even the Queen of Pentacles. It's not even the Empress. It's a nice energy, but it's not the Sun. It's almost as if you had to fight for your own independence at one point in order to come into the energy of understanding, I don't want just my independence. I want everything. So if you're resonating with that, I think that's part of your truth, is understanding you may have fought for a long time to get to your independence or freedom from a certain relationship, belief system, value system. It could have even been a government, a country, you know, a career. You could have spent a lot of time thinking, if I can just get out of this past energy, right, then my life will be great. And for some time it was, because when you move from being trapped in something to being free, it was really liberating, right? It was your 10 of Cups at the time. But now you're understanding, wait a minute, I want to go to a higher level of happiness. And understanding that in order to do that, you have to see these 2 doors, they're still kind of cracked open. It's almost like you're thinking about the past a little bit, whether you realize it or not. And that's what's holding you from moving forward. So let's see what this Sun is, and perhaps what it is that you need to let go of. Let's do a let go of first. Okay, so what jumped out was the Judgment card, okay? Hoping that there could be perhaps a reconciliation. Now, the interesting thing is it landed on the table like this. So it's kind of like you're not positive if you want to go forward by yourself, or if you do want to go back to some situation or relationship that you had in the past. It's almost as if you can't decide which door you want to go in, right? It's like, I want to take action, but I'm not sure what action I want to take. So let's see what the Sun is. Yeah, I think, you know, having the patience to come into a sense of celebrating, okay, with, you know, the King of Pentacles, a little bit of your energy, but there's also this energy of, you know, a true relationship. Interesting, because we have the Nine of Pentacles. I think you got your freedom here. It's a pentacle. It's 9. It is a feminine energy, right? But we have the King of Pentacles here, like trying to celebrate, having the patience to celebrate. The King of Pentacles is responsible, reliable, grounded energy, very financially stable, has a lot of money, and is very generous to the people in his life, right? And gender doesn't matter. It's just the energy. So it's kind of like your Sun, what you really and truly want. You thought it was perhaps your independence. Now you're kind of going back and forth with the Temperance. You see how the Temperance, she's pouring the water between the two vessels, right? It's almost like you're going back and forth trying to figure out what is the magic combination of things that I want in my life. Because I think, once again, you fought so long just to become independent, but now you're understanding, wait a minute, I don't want just my independence. I want this special magic recipe, okay, of true happiness. So you want other people to share it with, to celebrate with. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're also looking for a partner, whether a romantic partner or a business partner, because the King of Pentacles could be either, that is really grounded. You know, somebody that you can rely on, that he can rely on you, okay? So it's kind of interesting, because I think one of the things is that I'm getting here is that when you gained your independence, it was like, oh, I have all of these options. Now that it's just me, right? I have all of these options. But now what you're understanding is, wait a minute, I want to have more things in my life, more people, more situations, more options, more adventure perhaps. You're wanting to expand from this Knight of Pentacles to the Sun. So your advice here is to commit to the Lovers, okay? Now the Lovers represents a couple of different things. It can represent a business partner, okay? It can represent a really close friend. It can also represent a romantic partner. And it can also be, you know, committing to yourself, because the Lovers card is the old choice card in Tarot. Being committed to what it is that you truly want. I feel as if that's part of it that's holding you back. I think up until this point, you thought you wanted one thing, and now I feel like there's this whole other path that's opening up for you. Or perhaps a cycling back to something that you left behind, recognizing your eyes are wide open to the truth that lies in front of you. Understanding that all of this has been on your path. Look at this. We have vast universe underneath there. We also have loving woman. You know, very much the divine feminine being awakened through this. And we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us. But this is part of your path. Recognizing, I think for some of you, you may be understanding on a new level what a committed relationship, and I'm not necessarily saying that you're going back to somebody else, although we have the Judgment card here, right? But there's almost this sense of, I do want to be committed. I want to be committed to somebody that's committed to me, right? I want to be committed to a relationship. I want to be committed to myself. I want to be committed to another person. After a long time of maybe thinking, I'm just doing this by myself. And that probably came from being in a relationship that ended painfully, right? So let's see what we have here. Yeah, going back and forth. Yeah, I mean, okay, I do feel like for some of you, it is looking at perhaps going back and looking at a past relationship that ended, somewhat sadly, disappointing, right? But now they may be coming back in, offering a cup of love, and the wheel of fortune. The blessings are coming in this situation. I'm going to say look at this. You have the Fool, you have the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Justice card, bringing something from the past into balance. Whether or not you reunite with this person or not, it's almost as if you're bringing the energy of this connection back into balance. I really love this energy. For some of you, there's a little bit of an energy. If the person you were dealing with had some type of an addiction, okay, perhaps drinking or substance abuse of some sort, I feel like there's a good chance that they have worked on that, and that they're coming back. That whatever transpired with you in the past triggered them into, seeking help of some sort. I feel like that's why you're going back and forth about this. Is this relationship the right relationship for me? And understanding, the Three of Pentacles, working together. The divine is working with you to help at least kind of close this energy out in a loving way if you aren't reuniting. And then the Six of Pentacles, windfall from the universe. Because there's something here. There's something here that you cannot move on. I'm going to put it this way. I feel like you can't move on until you revisit this situation in some way, even if you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm not talking to that person, especially if they were abusive or it was a really toxic relationship. But there's something that you have to see in this relationship. Your eyes have to be opened up to see the truth of something in this relationship that I feel like you haven't seen yet, and you will be opened up to over the course of this month. Now, here's your soul truth card. Am I afraid to be seen? It's just the eyes. This entire reading have been popping out to me. There's something here. I feel like, are you afraid to be seen or are you afraid to see? I really feel like this card should say, are you afraid to see the truth in this situation? Perhaps seeing the love that is in this situation, the sense that there could be, a true commitment, a true, perhaps, reuniting of the energy in this connection. So let's see what this says. The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You are made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. And you have the truth card, right? So it really is, that sentence is pretty profound. There is only truth. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. I feel like for some of you, you're really being called to not only see the truth of how you feel about this situation, it's also about speaking it, communicating it, understanding that by stepping into the truth of how you truly feel about this relationship, it will help you to bring in the joy and the abundance that you are looking for, whether or not you reunite with this person. It's really kind of like looking at the truth of it. I feel like for some of you, you may have like digged a little bit in this, to heal and and figure some of that out. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like, it's almost like you brush something underneath the bed or in the back of a closet or something like that. And with these retrogrades, I feel like it's coming up. It's like you can no longer let it sit under the bed or fester in the back of the closet. The divine is saying to you, you really and truly cannot move on until you get down to the truth of how you feel. And they keep saying feel, how you feel about this situation. All right, well, Taurus, I'll leave it there. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. I wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.